Hello and welcome to C-State News. I'm Sam Ficken. Let's get right into it with national news. At least 248 people have lost their lives in 6 different states because of a tornado outbreak on Tuesday. Tornadoes have rolled through neighborhoods, ripping up trees, knocking down houses, and destroying cars. Alabama State's emergency management confirmed 162 deaths, while Mississippi and Tennessee both listed 32 each, 13 in Georgia, 8 in Virginia, and 1 in Kentucky. This event marks the second largest outbreak in history that resulted in a high number of deaths, the first being the outbreak in 1974, which listed 315 deaths. People and pets are misplaced throughout the South. Alabama resident Samantha Nail comments that her house was the only one still intact in her entire neighborhood. President Obama stated that the federal government had pledged its assistance and that the Federal Emergency Management Agency has been mobilized. On Wednesday, President Obama released his long-form birth certificate in hopes to end any controversy about where he was born, more recently brought to attention by Donald Trump, who hopes to run for the Republican candidate nomination. Obama has actually used this attention to show that his opponents are focused on trivial assumptions instead of the big picture, which is the nation's economy, etc. Quote, "We are not going to be able to solve our problems if we get distracted by sideshows and carnival barkers," said Obama. This birth certificate shows that he was born in Honolulu. It is signed by state officials, his mother, and the attending physician. It also shows the name of the hospital where he was born. Mr. Obama also commented, quote, "I know that there are going to be a segment of people for which no matter what we put out, the issue will not be put to rest. But I'm speaking to the vast majority of the American people as well as to the press. We do not have time for this kind of silliness." Recently, something as simple as handwriting is under attack because of all the advances in technology. Reading and writing cursive are now thought to be obsolete art forms. Jimmy Bryant, Director of Archives and Special Collections at the University of Central Arkansas, says that historical material is lost when students turn away from cursive. Alex Heck, a student of Bryant, says that she barely remembers how to read or write cursive and could barely even read her own grandmother's journal. Quote, "It was kind of cryptic," she comments about the cursive handwriting. In the past, cursive was taught in schools starting from 3rd grade and could continue on into middle school. Now it is only during a couple lessons in the 3rd grade when students learn how to read and write it. Educators say that it is more important to focus on what will be on standardized tests than on handwriting. However, printed names and isolated letters are easier to forge, and people who do not keep up using cursive can be at risk. When the year first began, economists had been expecting a much more robust growth rate of about 4%. However, economic growth has decreased to about 1.8% in the first quarter. Many economists see that this is just a dip and it will get better. They say it has to do with problems going on in the Middle East and particularly difficult winter, delaying construction and halting business. There are also rises in gas prices and food prices, which do not seem to be going down anytime soon. That's it for me here. Now over to Tyrone with international news.